Bennett. That's kind of dating.
And now, broadcasting live from the Darkroom Studio at Craven Community College, it's In the Know.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to In the Know. I'm Craig Ramey.
Good morning, Megan Johnson. How is everybody?
Everybody is good. So this is the show we do every week.
I was waiting for the audience. Woo! Where are you? Applause, applause.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Our guests are applauding for us. We should go ahead and at least let people know that we
have a guest.
Yes. Yeah, do you want to introduce our guest at the top of the show?
No, you do it. I'll go through it. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't bring my glasses in. I don't want to get anybody's name wrong. So that's okay. So we have Gary Kenefick and Marianne LeRay, right?
That is
correct.
correct.
And we're talking, what are we talking about today?
On your shirt.
The shirt says it all, right?
Neuse River Bridge Run.
It's Neuse River Bridge Run time.
Yes. Yep. So Gary's helping organize, and I understand you're the number guy. At least that's what, in logistics. And Marianne's here to talk about one of the sponsors or one of the folks that will be receiving some of the benefits from it as well. So the filling station in Jones County. So we'll be talking more about that coming up real soon. So thank you both coming out on this incredibly soggy, stormy morning.
Yes, it's better now than it was at 2 or 3 o'clock this morning.
Lots of boom booms, lots of lightning. Yeah, it was a little bit, it was nuts.
Is your house underwater? You're okay?
I got out.
That's good. Yeah, you didn't have to use the boat.
I didn't have to swim. No boats. No,
okay.
we're good. No, we're good.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Johnson Pond will probably be full when I get home, though. So
yeah,
that's okay.
Johnson Pond, is that what you call your backyard?
That's the front yard.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. Yeah, Johnson
Very
Pond.
nice.
Hey, good morning to the booth. Also, good morning, Zanetta and Rashim. How is everybody?
Okay, wet.
Yeah.
Rashim's got his rain jacket on. He's ready to go.
He's ready to go. Yeah, I had to go hang mine up because it was dripping, and I didn't want to put it on my chair and continue to get wet. So anyway, we've got one of your team members, Holly.
Yes.
Is celebrating a birthday today, so a big shout out to
Happy
Holly.
birthday to Holly.
Happy birthday, and Zanetta celebrated a birthday last week, so happy belated birthday, Zanetta.
Yeah, it's just birthday time.
It is birthday time, so I'm going to go with that.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. There's a theme.
You were wondering
here.
why I had a theme? Yeah,
Okay.
because it's a little change up. Whoop, whoop. We like change up.
I like the sound effects. Once again, if I could get a recording just so I could get a loop of Megan doing whoop, whoop.
Little sound effects. Okay.
I just think that throughout my day. I need an app. I'm going to interrupt you right now and go on a tangent. I need an app that allows me anytime during the day when I'm feeling a little bit of a lull that I can just hit the Megan button.
And get all the sound effects?
Your face will pop up and you'll be like, whoop, whoop.
I've got many of them.
Right,
we need to do a little link, right? We can put it on.
Where's your camera? Your camera's right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, can we go ahead and just make sure I've got a recording of this for later?
Whoop, whoop. Is that good?
Perfect. Yes. Okay, great.
Okay. Today happens to be Lady Gaga's birthday.
Oh.
She was born in 1986. American singer, songwriter, producer, and actress.
I would have never guessed that. You hit it like with such a poker face.
I did?
You did.
With what? I don't understand what you're saying.
They got the joke in there. That's okay.
Oh, I don't do references very well.
That's okay.
You go that. Don't throw me words and lyrics and
yes, that's the name of
movies.
One of her songs.
Okay, poker
face. Yes.
Gotcha. I did it with such a poker face. Gotcha.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No.
Look,
And she was born this way.
Oh, it's another good one. Okay. And also Reba McEntire. She was born in 1955. American singer, songwriter, producer, and actress. And have you seen either of these ladies in concert? Live?
Tons of times.
Really?
No.
Well, no. Neither?
Neither, no.
I saw Reba
Okay.
back in the mid-'90s at Walnut Creek in August. It was actually a birthday gift for me. It was Gary took me when we were dating. And it was probably the best concert I've ever seen. She did more costume changes. It was phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal.
I would bet Lady Gaga does just as many costume changes.
I've not seen Lady Gaga in concert.
I haven't either.
I bet she's got fewer pieces of material on
she changes
than Reba
faster.
does.
Yeah, she has less to change. Yeah. If I was going to go see one of the two, I'd probably go see Lady Gaga. But happy birthday to both of them.
Well, Lady Gaga wasn't a thing when I saw Reba in the mid-'90s.
She just hadn't been discovered yet.
Correct. I mean, she was born in
Was she born
'86. So she was, what,
She
11,
get
12?
to work early.
Yeah, so anyway. But also, what happened on this day back on March 28th in 1990, Jesse Owens, does that name ring a bell?
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Owens. He received the Congressional Gold Medal. And for those that are not familiar with Jesse Owens, he was an All-American athlete that dominated the 1936 Summer Olympics in Berlin, which were held during Adolf Hitler's Nazi regime.
That's
So
right.
he was a phenomenal runner and broke tons of records and was just an all-around great athlete. And that would be my
Oh, let's hit the segue button.
whoop, whoop.
Yes. Speaking of running.
Yes, speaking of running. So that is my little segue to say, Gary and Marianne, thank you again for being here with us
Thank
to
you.
talk everything about the Neuse River Bridge Run. So again, thank you. Tell us, let's start from the top. Let's talk about the date.
This year it's May 3rd and 4th. The 3rd is the kids run. We have a super fun kids run, we call it. Friday night the 3rd. That'll be at Union Point Park. The kids have a blast. They run around that little circle that's at the park. We'll have treats and music. Every kid gets a medal. They get a T-shirt. They'll be cheered on by the kids running, older kids running with them, and it's just a fun time. You can still register for that actually right until Friday.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then the 4th, we have the full event, the in-person event, I should say. We've got the 5K, the 10K, and the half marathon. Now people can do it in person. Like last year, we had over 1,300 people running in person, but we also have a virtual event, which means they can choose to run whenever or wherever they like. They just simply register, and people can do it incrementally as well. Some people do it in pieces, particularly if they want to do a 10K or a half marathon.
That's my kind of road race.
Yeah, there you go.
Virtually, a little
This
piece
could
at a
be
time.
your year.
This could be my
the
year.
you
We
finally
could.
run. Yeah.
Well, I don't have my pedometer is on my phone, so when it counts my steps, I actually have to be holding my phone.
But that's a good idea, though, right? A lot of people who may not feel like they can do the whole race, they could still participate on the day of the race too, right? If they wanted to do, say, the first 5 miles, however long it took them to get it done, and then show up on race day and just like let everybody start and then just kind of come in and do their last mile.
Absolutely.
And get that feeling of walking across the finish line, because that's a really big part of it too, is being out there with everybody else.
With my number on my chest.
Yeah, I don't know. Would you get a number? You could bring your own number.
Don't you get
your bib.
numbers?
For the virtual, you wouldn't get a
Yeah,
bib,
right.
which
Oh.
has a chip in it that tracks your time.
Okay.
But during COVID, it really is an indication of how many people like the run. We only had a virtual run, and 400 people signed up for the virtual run. So people want to get out. And this last event last year, people were just eager to get out and run, and that's why we had over 1,300 runners.
So, Marianne, I know that this is a milestone also for celebrating how many years?
20.
Yeah.
It's our 20th
Yeah.
year.
Speaking of birthdays, that's pretty big.
It is pretty cool.
I mean,
yeah.
talk about a
It's a milestone.
regional Eastern North Carolina event, not just New Bern. Yeah, we're pulling folks from all over. How many states?
We have 8 states now. We usually have someone from Hawaii, a couple from Hawaii that come in to visit their family, and coincidentally, they run in the Bridge Run.
Very cool.
I haven't seen that they've registered yet, but we're still hoping.
You could bug them. You probably have their email from last year.
Well, I'm hoping
Do you
for an
have
in-
your tickets?
I'm hoping
We're
for an
waiting for ya.
invitation,
Yeah.
and I'll go visit them in person.
Yeah.
So we've got eight different states represented, from New England to Ohio to all the adjoining states to North Carolina as well. And we're also reaching out more regularly to the middle of the state. We're getting more runners from Durham, Raleigh, as well as from the southeastern part of the state as well, Wilmington. And they have a big race, as you probably know. And we're drawing some of their runners up to here as well. So we're really trying to expand our reach and our promotion and our visibility so people can see us and support this, we think, is an extraordinary event.
So this is a fundraiser for our local community, right, Marianne? So tell us a little bit about the necessity of this as a whole and how the community comes together to help support it.
Well, there's 6 different organizations, of which the filling station is one of those organizations. We were invited to be a part of this 4 years ago. And so raising awareness is just as important as raising resources. So yes, we are excited. Craven Community College Foundation, the filling station, Duffyfield Phoenix, the Mediation Center, RCS, and of course the YMCA are the 6 organizations. We have folks from those organizations that serve on the committee.
Mm-hmm.
And we're working 8 to 9 months together, meeting every 2 weeks and working on a strategy and how to promote and execute this event with the leadership of Gary and his logistics talent and keeping us all in order. You know, it's so nice to have somebody that says, okay, we need to take a breath here and go again. So it has really been wonderful specifically for our organization because it allows us to be able to deliver even more programming working with Jones County Recreation Department and bringing the back to school event that we do, brand new backpacks for the kids, summer camps for the kids. So this allows us to be able to do that, and also highlights how important it is to be outside and enjoying nature and staying physical and, you know, being in community. Mm-hmm. All of those things are aligned very well with all 6 organizations' missions.
Mm-hmm. Well, Gary brought us some stats from last year that you had over 1,300 runners that participated. You brought in $60,000 in net revenue. That's pretty amazing.
That's correct, yeah.
And then you've got past participants. You've got 8,000 total. So over the 20 years, we've had 8,000 runners. That's amazing. Yeah. So what kind of goals do you have for this year?
Well, we're hoping, and you know, you never know. But we're hoping between 1,400 and 1,600 runners. In terms of net revenue, we'd like to get maybe 72,000. And you know, we really came to a choice point a few years ago. Do we raise the money and just give it to one organization, or do we raise the money and distribute it to more organizations? So does one get all, or do some get some? And we decided that we would do some get some, because we know that our neighbors and our friends and people in our community sometimes need support and services and advocacy. Mm-hmm. So that's really our goal and our purpose.
I also noticed that you said that over 2,000 people came to New Bern and visited just for this event.
Yes.
So you think about local businesses that also are benefiting from that, our hotels, our tourism, our restaurants, our boutiques, and so on and so forth.
Because obviously they need a place to sleep the night before, and they need a place to eat breakfast or you know, have dinner the night before. But you know, it makes it more manageable. Like once you start getting past Raleigh, you're going to have to get up way too early in the morning to really enjoy it, right? So you want people to come down. And I think it shows I think a lot of people like to see what the course looks like the day before as well. So I think you get a lot of people that are walking around downtown and saying where I'm going to be and kind of get a feel for what they'll be doing.
Last year, I was actually downtown post the race, and a lot of people were walking around with their medals on. And they clearly were not locals at that point, because they would start asking questions or they looked a little lost. I'm like, hey, can I help you? You know, and I think the takeaway from it was there was a constant, hey, I really like this town. You know, like people are really friendly. And I think that was a consistent, and I'm sure it starts probably from the registration process and how you communicate with the runners who are going to participate. Just having that New Bern hospitality.
Well, we're promoting New Bern really all through this process. You'll see in our logo, the bridge really is an eye-catching point. As a matter of fact, we survey every participant after the event, and most people say that one of the most striking parts of their run is going over that bridge, seeing that vista, seeing the river, and seeing the town of New Bern. Yep. So it really is a draw and an attraction that really appeals to people.
I agree with that 100%. I'm one of the people who says that because the sun is rising during the race, right? So you really get to see all of that. You get to see a sunrise and the bridge, and that's really the only time you can be a pedestrian on that bridge and enjoy it. Yeah. Because if you're in your car, you should be looking at the road, right? Ideally.
So Zanetta just put up a slide, and it says that if you put in the code SPRING24, you actually get a 10% discount. How long is that good for?
We'll start it on the 29th tomorrow,
Okay.
and it'll go through April 15th.
Oh, okay.
So
So
sign up.
Good 2+ weeks.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So that's so let's talk a little bit about some of those 2,000 people that do come to visit, but we also need volunteers to help. So tell us a little bit about some of your volunteer opportunities.
You name it, we have the need, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
From people directing runners on the course to make sure they're heading the right way. We've got signs, we've got barrels and cones. We have it all set up. But we need volunteers for the kids run. We need volunteers on the course. We need volunteers post-event, because we're having, as we do every year, a post-event celebration at the convention center. So people serving food or helping people in one way or another. We probably need 100 or so volunteers to keep this thing moving for us. So they're essential to the success of the bridge run.
And they're also used to be cheerleaders, right? To keep people motivated.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
So what did you say? May 4th? Sometimes it can be chilly first thing in the morning, but it could also be a little balmy and
It
humid.
goes back and forth. Yeah, you never
Yeah.
really know. It can be. You need to bring some layers just in case.
Yeah.
Well, I will say I've heard from several runners that they really have enjoyed seeing the date moved out because they need that warmth
Yeah.
to keep their body warmed up. And I have a friend of mine that has been running in the Bridge Run for 12 years. And her father is flying in from Ohio, and they're going to run this together.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so she's one of those that said the warm weather is great. So we love the first weekend in May.
We sure do.
That's
We
awesome.
try to book it every year.
Well, you could not have this without your major sponsors as well.
Oh,
so let's talk a
absolutely.
little bit about that,
Yes.
because I'm going to do some shout outs for them. So we got Carolina East Health Systems, and they are your biggest, is that correct?
Title.
Your event? What do you
Yeah.
call them, a title,
Title
sponsor?
sponsor.
Okay. And then you've got ST Wooten, which is a construction company. Is that correct?
Yes, and they set up the entire course for us
Oh,
and
nice.
tear it down as they follow the runner. So it's very important, and they add a lot of value in terms of the money they expend to do it. They don't charge us, and the support they give is very important to
So
us.
are they the ones that are out on the bridge with the barrels? setting
That's
them out?
right.
Okay.
They're out at 4 o'clock in the morning setting
Yeah,
the
I would
barrels and the
imagine, yeah.
cones. Yeah.
Yeah.
And who else do we have?
Cypress Creek Renewables, and they are a Durham-based company.
Oh, wow.
They have started working on some projects in Jones County, and they wanted to be a part. So
is that
they
like
were-
solar?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, doing some projects with Duke Energy. And they came to us last year and wanted to be a part of the kids run, and they're very excited about being a part of a major sponsor here in this event.
And it's
Yeah.
great that you've been able to get so many sponsors for this event as well. I mean, I think everybody sees the value, and whether it's tourism or whether it's what you give back with the money that's raised.
Well, I will say, too, that the 6 organizations working together, just like Gary mentioned, do you raise money for one or do you spread it out? There's so much value that comes from the 6 organizations working on this event together, because we are able to learn about each other's organizations, able to refer, and really be intentional about helping our neighbors.
We've heard that before from
Yeah.
other folks that have been on that have had collaborative
Yeah.
charitable events and fundraising. We've heard that quite often because it's the community. There's a lot of 501(c)(3)s and there's a lot of need in our area, and it's like collectively you're better as a big team
Absolutely.
than trying to do it on your own.
And then that also keeps the awareness. Let's don't duplicate services here.
Right.
Let's be very intentional about how we're delivering this to our community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we also have the Insurance Center, which is a fixture here in Eastern North Carolina from New Bern all the way to the coast. Coca-Cola, BSH, which is Bosch, they'll pay for all fees for every employee who registers for the Bridge Run.
That's correct.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they really support employee health, and they're demonstrating it by supporting that by paying the fees.
Wow,
So they're
that's
putting their
great.
money where their mouth is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Coastal Carolina Healthcare, and then Coastal Children's Clinic. They're going to be sponsoring the Kids Run.
Correct.
Yeah, That's where my babies went.
Yes.
And of
Yeah.
course, Public Radio East, which is where we are right now
That's
in the
right.
darkroom studio here on our campus.
Very thankful for you all.
Oh, absolutely. You want to talk about the next one?
Yeah, it's not listed on this list here, but Bob and Carol Maddox, I know that many of us know their big hearts here in this community, and so they wanted to be a part of this event. So we thank Bob and Carol Maddox very much.
And it's been their goal also that the filling station be so successful.
Yes. Yes, Carol came to us a few years ago and said, I really believe that this would be an important place for the filling station to be. And so she's been a great board advisor and encouraging us and providing that encouragement. Yeah.
We love, excuse me, I had a frog in my throat. We love Miss Carol. She's so supportive also here at the community college, and she's just a great advocate for us. So
Yes,
we
yes.
love that about her. Dermatology Associates of Coastal Carolina. So when you're out there running, yes, the sun will be rising, but don't forget your sunscreen.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So make sure you've got that taken care of. Down East Restoration. They do a lot of local rehab, right? Like home rehabs. Is that
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
The Harold H. Bate Foundation, which of course is a huge support here at the college as well. So they're an amazing fixture.
So many crossovers here.
Yes.
Yes.
Obviously, there's a lot of connections.
And then International Paper, who will be one of the recipients of the Community Fabric
That's right.
Award. So, yeah, a lot of crossover
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, and then the Noon Rotary here in town,
Yep.
the Newbern Rotary, and then Coastal Soul, which of course they're incredibly supportive of our running community
Yeah.
and
That's
trying
why
to get
I
people
bought
out.
the shoes that I'm wearing right now. Yeah.
And
Same-
they have a
same
new
here.
location, so
Yeah.
check them out. It's headed toward Jones County,
Yeah.
right across from the
Mhm.
the pet place. So where Ann Lynn's used to be.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
we look for these landmarks, right?
American Pet Resort or
yes,
something like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Baslers. But right across is Coastal Soul, and so
Okay.
also want to make sure they've got that new location. And
That's
they
right.
set up and have basically their store in
Yeah.
the Civic Center, which
That's
is
right.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. Anything that we've missed that you want to share, Gary, about the logistics, about stats, things that you're trying to push for, anything like that?
Well, just to follow up on the sponsors, though that list is really a short list of our major sponsors. We've got a lot of sponsors that give more modest amounts because they're a smaller business and their margins are tight and all that. So we have a lot of $250 sponsors. People can give $100 and sponsor as a donation to the kids run. We also have people who donate a certain amount for kids. Any kid who wants to run in the bridge run will run. We can get them a sponsor, or in fact, we'll let them run. We want every kid to participate. So we have actually many from Jones County who will say, here's $50, here's $100, use this to sponsor kids so they can participate either in the kids run or if they're a little bit older in the in-person runs.
And the banners are going up.
That's right.
Jennifer Bayer serves on this committee, and she works with the city. And so you'll start to see the banners for the Bridge Run going up downtown Newbern, which is really exciting.
That's right.
So be looking out for out for those.
If somebody has any questions or they want to participate in the donation to help support the overall or sponsor a child, is it the best one is to do the Neuse River Bridge Run at gmail.com, or is there a better website for that?
I would say a couple of ways. I mean, that's
Okay.
certainly the official way
Okay.
to make the contact. But also, if you know someone, if someone knows Marianne, most likely they would call them, or they know me, they'll call me,
Okay.
and we'll make the arrangement. In the same way with registrations, bridgerun.org is you go onto the website, and the registration site and register. It's very, very easy.
And I don't know if it's too small or not, but hit the QR code. So hopefully you'll see these posters around town, or you can go to the website. And I'm guessing, I know Jennifer's out there. Maybe she can say yes. Jennifer, is this also the QR code on the Craven website, or they can access?
Bridgerun.com.
Bridgerun.com.
Yeah,
Okay.
just go to the
All
website.
of
That's
Got
the
it.
I'm
easiest.
sorry, bridgerun.org.
And, speaking of the
All those
website,
tabs are at the top of the
if you
website.
go
She was talking. Sorry. I know you couldn't hear because
Yeah.
you don't have headphones on. Sorry. Go ahead. No,
Speaking of the website, if you will go to, you'll see a gallery of photos from last year.
Right.
I mean, lots and lots of photos. So if you ran last year, it's very likely your picture is on this website. You need to go check it out to see your picture.
Do you have a cameo appearance?
Yeah, I mean, there's a photo of me crossing the finish line.
Oh, really?
Yeah, of course.
Well, that's
there's
awesome.
somebody out there pretty much
Yeah.
the whole race taking photos of people crossing
Yes.
the finish line.
Oh, that's neat.
So there's one of me during the race, I think, and then there's one of me crossing the finish line.
And so you and
That's fun.
Zanetta ran last
Yes.
year.
Yep, she did the half, and I
half
did
marathon.
the 10K. Yep.
Yeah.
And talking about ways to contribute to this, registering to run is really the easiest way to do it if you can't make that $100, $200, $1,000 commitment. And the 5K is totally doable. People walk it. They take the amount of time they need to be able to take it. And it's really worth it to be out there and just see the whole machine running on that morning and see just like how much fun everybody's having together. So it's really easy to be a part of this.
I feel like he's directing that comment to me. Like,
Come on.
come on.
It's your
To
time.
walk.
Yeah, this is your year.
It
This
does
is my
say
year.
walk on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure does. Yeah.
Okay.
And lots of people do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Craig can talk me into some crazy
yeah,
stuff.
I mean, it's for a lot of people, it is a social hour, right?
You're right.
I'm gonna take a walk with my friend, and we're gonna talk about whatever we want to talk about, and have a beautiful view while we do it.
Absolutely. You could even do it virtually, and you could do it in any way you want.
That's fun. Very good.
Yeah.
And this is last year's.
This is last year's shirt. Yep. I haven't seen this year's shirt. I don't know if this year's shirt has been released yet or not, but
Has it been?
I'm assuming it's gonna have this design on it.
Well, if you
Or-
want to volunteer to roll T-shirts, we'll be at RCS on Thursday, and then you can see them first
So there you go. We need some volunteers on Thursday. What time? Do we know?
in the afternoon.
Okay.
So you just reach out to one of us, and we'll get you directed. It'll be in the
Yeah.
afternoon. We'll be rolling those T-shirts.
And Meredith designed that, right?
She did, yes.
Meredith
Meredith, who used to
Moskowitz.
work here at the college. Yeah, she has a design firm on the side that she does some work for. So, yeah, she did this last year. And you said she did this one this year, too? Or maybe not, but yeah.
Well, every year, I mean, I'm glad you raised that because really our focus is to do as much business as we can with local businesses. Nearly everything we do is locally. The shirt design is from a local artist. Every year it's a new design. Every year we put it out and artists present their proposals, and we make a choice. Nearly all the businesses that are supporting our event are local. So we're really benefiting the community in a lot of ways, we think.
That's fantastic. So one last chance to throw any plugs, anything that events that are going on at the filling station, anything you need there?
Oh, well, we have cooking classes that are going on. That's very, very exciting from our brand new teaching kitchen. And that's in partnership with the Cooperative Extension and also American Heart Association. So we're working on having those on Thursday at 10 o'clock, which is
very
wonderful. And our Leadership Academy, it's our third round of Leadership Academy and providing an environment for equipping and empowering community leaders. That has been wonderful, led by Theresa Lee. So lots of wonderful things happening because of the generous support of so many around us.
That's wonderful. Gary, any last minutes before we talk about community events?
Really, it's a thank you to everyone who supported us and is involved. We appreciate it. We couldn't do it without people registering, volunteering, sponsoring, and supporting our events. People in our communities need this help, and we're here to generate funds to provide that support. So thank you to everyone who's really provided that support to us.
Great.
That's great.
Real quick, Zanetta, are you able to put that last graphic up on the screen just so people can see what that discounted code is? And if not, that's okay too. There we go. Yep. So just so I know, the deadline to be able to use this code is till when?
April 15th.
April 15th. So if you want to get a little bit of a discount, go ahead and use the code for Spring24 and save 10%.
And that begins tomorrow.
Wonderful.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
That's fantastic.
All right.
And it's going to be May 3rd and 4th. So we mark your calendar. It's going to be a beautiful weekend.
Yes, it is going to
And
be
it's going to be a
fabulous.
successful weekend.
Yes.
And I also want to thank you too, not just for coming on today and sharing, but also the support that you're providing to make this event happen as well. So we thank you for that as well.
Yep,
You're welcome.
our
Thank you.
fearless leader.
Yes,
Gary
yes.
Kenefick. We are
Yes.
very, very grateful.
So you are welcome to stay, but we're going to talk about some community events next.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right,
You're
it's
so
that
welcome.
time,
Thank you.
right?
It is.
It's time for community events. The Twilight Flashlight Egg Hunt, March 28th, 7:15 p.m. at Martin Marietta Park. New Bern Parks and Rec is hosting the Twilight Flashlight Egg Hunt at Martin Marietta Park for kids ages 10 to 13. This event is free and starts at dusk. Bring a flashlight and a basket. For more information, call 252-639-2901.
Woo, okay.
That looks fun.
Twilight Flashlight Egg Hunt. It does sound fun. Photos with the Easter Bunny, March 29th from 2 to 7 p.m. and March 30th from 12 to 5 p.m. at the Omarks Building at 233 Middle Street across from Bear Plaza. So if you remember it all dressed up with Santa Claus, you're directly across the street. Bring the whole family out and take photos with the Easter Bunny. There are several packages available for professional photos with everyone's favorite local bunny.
Walk-in bathtub. Do something bad on Good Friday. March 29th, that's tomorrow at 8 p.m. at New Bern Civic Theater. Spend the evening with New Bern's best and only improv comedy group for a night you won't forget, no matter how hard you try. Due to the nature of the show and the unpredictability of it, this show is not rated E for everyone. Adults may purchase their tickets at newberncivictheater.org.
And you will be up there being silly yourself, correct?
I will. I'll be in that show, and we're down to about 20 tickets left,
Oh.
so we're getting closer to a sellout. So
That's awesome.
it's not a terribly expensive ticket, and it's a fun night out. So
Very good.
yeah.
There's a Grim Twist, a Dangerous Prodigy Circus is going to be April 5th and 6th at 7:30 and April 7th at 2 at New Bern Civic Theater. A Grim Twist is an all-new production from an imaginative minds of Dangerous Prodigy Circus. This show turns the pages of Grimm's fairy tales with literally unexpected twists and turns. This show is for mature audiences. Tickets can be purchased at newberncivictheater.org. Will Jess be twirling?
Not in this one.
Not this
No.
one. Okay.
No, she's in rehearsals for something else.
Gotcha.
ENC Home and Outdoor Expo and Artisan Market, April 6th and 7th at 10 a.m. Riverfront Convention Center. Megan laughs at me. The semi-annual expo is back. Professionals from all aspects of home remodeling and landscaping and outdoor recreation and all of that will be there to answer all of your questions, as well as shopping, wellness, food trucks, and family fun. There is a $5 per person cover charge, which covers both days. Head to ncexpos.com or facebook.com/ncexposllc for more information.
I'm sure you could probably Google it faster. That's a lot of info.
It is.
Kirkman Farms Spring Fun Day, April 6th at 10 a.m. Kirkman Farms. Bring the family out for a spring fun day with playgrounds and pony rides and hay rides and petting zoo and bouncy houses and vendors and live music and more.
Would they allow me to go on a pony ride? Or am I too big? Am I too old or too
When
big
your
or
feet drag when you're on the pony, I think you're too big.
both? Fine.
All right, next.
18th Century Dance Workshop, April 6th at 1 p.m. at the North Carolina History Center. Step back in time and dance like George and Martha Washington at Tryon Palace's 18th Century Workshop. Led by seasoned candlelight dancer, you'll be guided through elegant moves reminiscent of those gracing the halls of the palace during the annual Christmas celebration. This event is free and open to the public.
I am still waiting to see pictures of you when you were a candlelight dancer.
Oh, I'll see if I can find them. Was I supposed to get those for
Yes, you were.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I danced once. I would not call me seasoned. Would not call me a seasoned candlelight dancer.
Well, I am excited to share that the Glow Run is going to be April 6th at 6 p.m. Union Point Park.
Whoop, whoop.
The run and walk is open to all participants of all ages and abilities. The race directly benefits children, adults, and families that living with disabilities, mental health, and substance use challenges. This race can be run virtually or in person. There will be food trucks and live music and photo booths and basket raffles and much, much more at this fun racing event. Sign up at runsignup.com/race/New Bern /Glow Run. Just Google Glow Run, and I bet you're going to find it. No backslash is
will,
needed.
Let's also talk about what's happening here at Craven Community College.
What's happening?
What's up?
What's up?
Spring break is next week. Can you believe it? From
Woohoo!
April 1st through the 5th. So the college will be closed on Monday, April 1st. The graduation application deadline is also upon us. So if you're a student who is graduating this year, you do have to put in your application to be able to walk the stage. So that
In
is
May. For the May graduation.
for May graduation, yes. The deadline is April 5th. We have massage therapy classes that are beginning on April 2nd. And then there will be the ultimate UAV, I think that's unmanned aerial vehicle, competition at the Crystal Coast RC Club, April 13th at 9 a.m. That's part of, I believe, the North Carolina STEM or North Carolina Science Festival. Yep.
Fun.
Yeah, it will be fun.
It is good.
Be high-flying excitement.
High flying.
I
don't know.
I don't know where that voice came from, but I like it.
It was kind of fun. So
High flying. Okay. That's that frog you had in your throat earlier.
it was. It's coming out.
All right, this is nonsense. Let's get out of here.
It is nonsense. But so sadly, we will not be with you next Thursday.
We won't.
But you can come. You know what? Go find an old episode. Make sure that you like it, share it, comment. If you have an idea or if you have something you'd like to share and be on the show, let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. We're
Yeah.
always looking for new ideas and guests to
Absolutely.
join us in this nonsense, silly, fun time that we have every week.
That's right. So we will miss you next Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, please stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.